morning, student. Here we studied the chapter biomolecules. In biomolecules, we studied first carbohydrate, definition of carbohydrate, classification of carbohydrate, that is monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. Then also we studied some significance of carbohydrate. After carbohydrate, we studied the next component, that is the lipid. Also we studied the definition of lipid, then the classification of lipid, that is simple lipid, then sterols and compound lipid. After that, we start a new component, that is the protein. As like the carbohydrate or lipid, we also study first the definition of lipid. As like the carbohydrate and lipid, we studied first the definition of protein. Then we studied the classification of protein. In that classification, we also studied simple protein, conjugated protein and derived protein. After the protein, we start the nucleic acid. In that nucleic acid, we studied where the nucleic acid is present, the type of nucleic acid. There are mainly two types of nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, means deoxyribose nucleic acid and ribose nucleic acid. Then we studied detailed structure of DNA as well as the RNA. In DNA, we studied that it is a double helix structure. It has a two strand. Then they are anti-parallel to each other, etc., etc. Then we started the structure of ribose nucleic acid, that is the RNA. In that RNA, we studied that RNA is a single-stranded structure. Then we also studied the RNA thymine is replaced by the uracil, and then we studied the type of RNA. In that type, there are three type RNA: mRNA, that is messenger RNA; rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA; and last one, that is tRNA, means the transfer RNA. mRNA and rRNA we already studied. In this lecture, we studied the last type of RNA, that is the tRNA. Here the simply structure of RNA, tRNA. Here the tRNA is the smallest RNA. Then it forms 70 to 80 nucleotides. Here we studied the clover leaf-like structure of tRNA. In clover leaf-like structure of tRNA, it has a 4 arm. That 4 arm here, these are the 4 arm. The name of that 4 arm, this arm is called as D loop or D arm, or it is also called as a dihydroxyuracil arm. Then this arm is called as the anticodon loop or anticodon arm. Then this short one is called as the variable arm. Then this arm is called as a T loop or T spicy arm, or this arm is called as the acceptor arm. At the end of acceptor arm, there are 3' end, and here one also is the 5' end. Then this tRNA, it is about 10 to 20% of the total cellular RNA. This tRNA is also called as sRNA because it cannot be easily separated even by centrifugation technique. These are about the tRNA. Now next to that, here we completed the nucleic acid, and last point in the biomolecules, that is the enzyme. We first studied the definition of enzyme. In living cell, the reaction occur at normal body temperature and pressure due to the presence of specialized macromolecule and proteinaceous substance called as enzyme. Enzymes are biocatalysts which alter the rate of chemical reaction in living cell. It is also called as a biocatalyst because it alter the rate of chemical reaction in the living cell. Now we studied the nature of enzyme. On the basis of chemical composition, enzyme can be put into two categories, and that two categories are purely proteinaceous enzyme and conjugated enzyme. Here, purely proteinaceous enzyme means the proteinase that can split into the protein, while conjugated enzymes are made up of non-protein part, which is also called as the prosthetic group is attached. That enzyme is called as the conjugated enzymes. Now here next point we study the properties of enzymes. First property, that is the proteinaceous nature. We know that all enzymes are basically made up of protein, and hence all enzymes are proteinaceous in nature because they are made up of protein. Then three-dimensional conformation. All enzymes have specific three-dimensional conformation and they have one or more active site. Third property, that is the catalytic properties. Enzymes are biocatalytic which speed up the biochemical reaction without changing themselves. Fourth one, specificity of action. The enzyme catalyze only one specific reaction. It acts upon a specific substrate. Then next property, that is the temperature. Enzymes are destroyed at high temperature of 60 to 70 degree Celsius or below. They are not destroyed but become inactive. While most of enzymes work at an optimum temperature between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, these are about some properties of enzyme, that is proteinaceous nature, three-dimensional conformation, catalytic property, specificity of action, and temperature. Then classification of enzymes. Here the enzymes are classified into these six types: oxidoreductase, transferase, hydrolase, lysase, isomerase, and ligase. These are the classification of enzyme. We studied one by one. First, oxidoreductase. Oxidoreductase are the enzymes which catalyze oxidation and reduction reaction. Simply here, oxidoreductase means those enzymes which catalyze the reaction, that is the oxidation and reduction. Then transferase, here the enzyme which help in the transfer of chemical group between a pair of substrate is called as transferase. Next one, hydrolase, the enzyme which catalyze hydrolysis of ester or ether is called as hydrolase. Then lysase, those enzymes which catalyze non-hydrolytic cleavage, for example aldolase, fumarase, etc., is called as lysase. Next one is the isomerase. Here the enzyme which catalyze interconversion of geometric, optical and positional isomerism